talk about something which I think nobody other than you has better knowledge of. So basically, you know, the coronavirus situation is there and the business is getting affected, movies are getting affected. And I don't think it's more sensible than you in putting out how the situation actually is in the industry. So, yes, that is why welcoming Arjun Kapoor finally in a conversation with me. You guys have all come together for the daily wage workers of the film industry. I want to know from a perspective of an actor, how much do you think we are standing at a loss of in terms of the time that we've lost? There are so many movies that have not come. There are theaters that are shut.
So that's what I was coming to, that, you know, boredom is a luxury that we have. It's okay to be bored, but you have to understand that this profession needs us to work. So what you were asking me, how's the lockdown treating me? I'm absolutely fine. I can continue being at home, but the practicality is that eventually this profession that we belong to, all of us, I mean, eventually even you are correlated and connected to the fact that we are making films. They need to get back on, because there are a lot of people who are waiting to get their next paycheck because work can resume. It's not that easy for people, you know. So फिल्मों में क्या होता है ना, फिल्म शुरू होती है तो पैसे मिलते हैं और फिल्म खत्म होती है तो पैसे मिलते हैं, पर मोस्ट लोगों को जब शूटिंग होती है तभी ही पैसे मिलते हैं. So there are it's a two-layered thing. It's the bigger picture is the producers who are holding on to sets that are put up and lying ready. Films that are almost complete or films that are complete but can't release because there are no theaters.
Yeah.
So that's the big issue. But everyday issue that actually exists is today there are people that need to be back on a set to be able to finally make money to feed their families. And by that, I'm not saying just our spot boys and our gaffers and our lightmen. I'm talking about even the catering business. I'm talking about the guys who own the vanity vans who give it for rent. I'm talking about the security. I'm talking about the guys who help in putting up and breaking sets, the carpenters. I'm talking about those departments that don't even figure in people's thinkings. I'm talking about those are your laborers, your daily wage workers, and your migrant workers. There are so many of them who can only remain in this city and continue working if they have money. If they go back, we don't know when they'll be able to come back to the city to actually help us we'll find people to do it, but they'll lose out on a livelihood because they had to maybe go back to their towns.
So much of the Indian economy is dependent on the film business, especially because of the revenues that it generates throughout the year. And so many films are not releasing, theaters are shut. So there is no other way.
I think for the Indian economy, the business is always, we are not the first primary business, so it's difficult to say how they look at us because the quantity of money produced. But I definitely feel we represent a certain value that creates eyeballs in the world. I think the film industry definitely has that, and it's given a lift. And we've all seen how eventually we are going on the world map because of the fact that all the big studios, all the big chains, for example, the amount Netflix or Amazon, they're in India. You had Jeff Bezos come into India and meet all the big wigs of the film industry. So you realize that we are a superpower in the creative sense also.
True.
So when that comes to a pause right now, everybody wonders what the future will be. And it's not, I don't feel this is permanent. I feel it's temporary. It's, according to me, if you ask me logically speaking today, and this is just my perspective, nobody, I hope, holds me against it after things restart, ki yaar, isne bola tha. But my perspective is eventually some films might come on digital in the near future because they're already ready films and people might not want to keep them in the cans waiting to find the ideal release date after 6 months. Some people will wait for certain films to release. Some films that are almost complete will eventually start shooting before the end of the year because there'll be some safety parameters that will come in.
Yeah.
So practically you're looking at maybe till monsoon, you wait, then the sets will reopen, there'll be an easier situation to get people in, X number of people, etc. So I would say October onwards, we'll be able to be clear about how to shoot. Maybe television starts and maybe films follow suit. So I'm saying I'm hoping post-August we'll be able to start figuring out how to shoot. Theatres opening is a government call because it's a public place. But at least our shooting can begin. So जब भी theatre खुलेंगे 6 महीने बाद 8 महीने बाद चाहे वैक्सीन आ जाए उसके बाद पता नहीं. But at least we have created enough content to put out in the theatres so the theatres don't shut down, because यार थिएटर खुल जाएंगे पर अगर पिक्चर ही नहीं है तो क्या प्ले करेगी थिएटर?
हाँ. You know, a lot of people right now, they're talking about how a few films, like few of the Indian films, like the Hindi films which were made for theaters, because of the theaters being under a state of lockdown as well, and with no confirmation or even hope of when it's going to reopen, a lot of filmmakers are planning to release it online. Is there something that you also have been talking for Sandeep and Pinky? Is there a discussion like that?
I am not involved in the selling and buying of any of my films. Because they're, like I said, two proper producers who know what they're doing, and they're making a lot more other films. So it's not just a one-off. So, but like I said, that is a reality for certain films that might choose that path, and I don't see anything wrong with that. Because see, entertainment right now is something that is a distraction from the reality that is very, very sad.
Absolutely.
And eventually, we are all people who are supposed to make people happy and smile and feel positive and rejuvenate them. So at the end of the day, as an artist, if you look at the purity of it right now, the medium is not important. Getting your material out there to people is important. And if it means that digital platform is the ideal platform, then so be it. I don't see anything wrong with it. Certain films can't afford to come on digital because their costs are too high, and India does not have that subscription base, contrary to how people react to saying, "Arey, itne subscriber aa gaye, falana ho gaya." Our masses are still not into consuming content digitally to that degree. So and by masses I mean if you're talking about the big money spinners, the Tanajis, the Wars, the Kabir Singhs, the Uris, those numbers cannot be achieved on a digital platform in terms of the recoveries that you're talking about. So like a Suryavanshi is cinematic, like I keep saying, you can't just expect Suryavanshi to show up, but that does not mean that every film will wait it out. There will be some films, and the bigger ones also, they might decide. There's nothing wrong with it. But I'm not of the belief that this is the future, that films will just come on digital.
True.
I feel the future is far more, there's a big grey area that exists where you have to see sentiment of people about going back to theatres, about how many theatres survive the lockdown, about what the government decides are rules and regulations for number of people in public places at the same time. So medicine coming in, vaccination coming in, health restrictions coming in, how India economically is affected. So sentiment is a term that we hear very often in business, in our business especially, because mood कैसा है audience? So, festival films क्यों होती है? क्योंकि mood अच्छा होता है. We don't have summer blockbusters like abroad because summer is the abroad theme for big budget films. In India, we have festival blockbusters because festival के around sentiment change होता है यार, खर्चा करने का मन करता है, लोग थिएटर जाने का सोचते हैं, family outing होती है, मॉल जाके शॉपिंग होती है, खाना वाना भी खाते हैं, पिक्चर भी देखते हैं. So it's a bigger emotion and a mood attached to the big films.
We just put out an interview of Kriti. So we spoke to her just before the lockdown, and we were talking about Panipat because I remember I called you up also after watching the film. It is a great film. Like when I watched it in the theaters, I really felt so happy watching all of you in the film. Especially you and Kriti, I really, really loved in the film. I want to know that she said that it was mixed emotion because everybody was calling and praising you guys, but at the same time the numbers were not increasing. How did you deal with that situation? Was it upsetting or was it making you happy? Also, I would say that despite the film not really working well at the box office, it's a huge hit on satellite. Like it's, I think, the second or the third highest viewership among on TV.
So satellite and digital for an actor is eventually the way to continue keeping the film alive, right? I feel with Panipat, I won't say I have mixed emotions alone. I feel very proud that I did a film like that. I feel very happy about the fact that whoever sees the film likes it because it's a good film, like you said.
Yeah, it is.
The film has an indulgence of pace, but that is the director's decision and his style of storytelling, which most people are aware of. In today's time of certain popcorn entertainment, it is a film that is served like a 7-course meal. So it is a slightly more nuanced film than you would expect, and you need to enjoy the journey of the film. And like I said, it's a very well-made film by a very, very good filmmaker. So when people see the film, they like it. Not enough people saw it in theaters, and it lives on digital, it lives on satellite. So it will get its due in terms of the appreciation for the effort and the craft put in. As a producer, son, I always feel you should also look out to make sure that people who invested money recover their money. Unfortunately, in this film's case, the film is far bigger than any particular actor alone. It was too big a film. So for me to hold accountability alone would be unfair. But yes, I wish it had done enough business to safeguard everybody. But that is the only bitter part about it here. It was out of my jurisdiction and control. So like in Mubaraka, in Half Girlfriend, in Kian Ka, I was very aware of the recovery, the cost, the expenditure. I was sitting and providing my value best to capacity.
Yeah.
And saying how do we possibly make the film tighter or better or less money being spent. Here, I was not in that position, and that is where I felt sad that as a human being I couldn't contribute in that aspect. But my job was as an actor. I was really well reviewed in the film, so I was happy about it. I think a lot of people were surprised. When the trailer came out, there was a bit of concern from a lot of people, and rightly so, whether I'll be able to pull off the role, because everybody felt that it's similar to certain films that have come, or the look is similar. But what I appreciate about Panipat and the feedback I got is people forgot whatever the comparative studies were. The film was judged for the merit of what it was, and my performance was judged on the merit of what it was. And Kriti was really good in the film. I got to work with amazing people. So, as much as I would say that it is bittersweet about the box office business not being up to mark, there is a certain amount of appreciation the film got, and you have to sometimes take the good rather than the bad and keep that in mind and move on.
Absolutely.
But yeah, in retrospect, I feel maybe if the film was a 2.5-hour film, it would have done way more business, because more theaters, more screens, more shows, etc. It would be a different conversation. But
that's the producer's son talking. Actually, I've always felt that you have the acumen, you have the business acumen like nobody else, like I introduced you. And it's a fact. I want to know, do you plan to turn producer solo, like fly solo as a producer ever?
So it's complicated, and my father's a film producer. He's got a company. So I've never thought about flying solo, कि मैं सबको छोड़ के मैं अकेले करूँगा. I like, and I've said this in the past, I like what somebody like Ajay Devgan is doing with his, the way he goes about it. He produces films through his banner. He's also co-producer on films, like how Akshay sir also, for that matter. Sometimes you just come on board as a producer to help out in making sure the film's numbers fall into place. Sometimes you don't need to about कि यार मैं कितने पैसे कमा सकता हूँ तो producer बनता हूँ. It's also about helping the film getting made and executed. And that's something that I feel is the starting for me. कि become a producer to make sure that more films can be made without having a burden of he's unaffordable. Because the first cliche is that अरे यार वो heroes बहुत ज़्यादा charge करते हैं, which is not true. Most heroes get paid.
Certain heroes do, but not all of them.
See, if you're being paid X
True.
amount of money, somebody believes you're worth it. So how do you question that? If tomorrow you're buying a t-shirt that you feel is overpriced, but you're buying it nonetheless, then you're creating a market that says कि यार 1000 रुपए का माल 10,000 में जा रहा है, तो आदमी फिर बोलेगा यार 10,000 ही लूंगा मैं तो अगली बार टी-शर्ट के लिए.
True.
It's when there is a demand created at a certain value, then nobody drops their value. No? Why will people not want to make money in the situation? So the whole chain has that complexity. So I would just like to simplify it to begin with, saying, chalo, I'll become as affordable as possible to certain films to see them get made. And then eventually, I feel, ek umar ke baad, when I feel I want to produce and direct, I will do it on my own. But flying solo is a very big statement. I think I'm too young to think about it like that right now. Ki main akele kya karna chahta hu. I definitely want to make films.
No, I meant not by flying solo. I meant, like you said, that you already have a home banner. Your father is a producer. I meant that creating a different banner for yourself where people will be involved.
That's what I'm saying. I've not thought about going that far ahead right now. My thing is, if I become a producer today, it'll just be कि मेरा नाम आएगा as a producer, and I'll be able to control the narrative of the amount of money being spent on a film to make sure that it is makeable.
Right.
A lot of films in this industry don't end up getting made because of paper pe the budget does not work out. And normally what happens is the top of the pyramid comes the hero's price, which makes it mostly unaffordable eventually, because shooting ka cost to same hota hai, more or less. Eventually the biggest variable is the actors. So that's when I would like to come in right now as a young actor who has time to figure out what he wants to make in the future. Right now, if I like a film and the budget is a concern, I want to step in as a producer and say, "Chal, I'll co-produce it. Let's make the film. Jo profit aayega, we'll share it. I'll not take money upfront." That's a simple way of working. In the future, I might fly solo or through my dad's company. I might want to direct and reduce the amount of acting I'm doing. I might want to produce and continue acting and direct a film once in a while. So there are people like Farhan who do it so well. Like I said, Ajay sir, Akshay sir. So there are enough and more people. Anushka is producing without actually being part of the Amazon show which is coming out. So it's you can choose how you want to go about it. But I have not made a clear choice yet. My main choice right now is मैं acting करूँगा. अगर एक्टिंग करते वक्त मुझे कुछ पसंद आए और मेरे प्रोड्यूस करने से वो बन जाएगी फिल्म तो मैं प्रोड्यूसर बन जाऊंगा.
Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank
it was
you.
lovely. Of course, it was lengthy because it's you and me, so it cannot end. But yeah, and please give my love to Anshula and tell her that once this lockdown is over, I'm going to literally hold you and Anshula together to do that special interview that's been pending for 1.5 years. So my next target is that.
Now I'll speak to you next year. Bye, Nayanti.
Not possible.
Bye.
Bye. See you.
Bye.